Hello, Johan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, great. Glad to have you
Awesome.
on here.
Good.
So, after trying out your platform for myself
Uh-huh.
and absolutely loving it, I figured I have to share this. So,
Right.
for everybody watching, Johan has an influencer marketing platform called CollabFlow, where you can go on there and search influencers on Instagram in any niche that you want. So the main purpose of this video is for Johan to just kind of explain to us all the different features that we have in influencer marketing, teach us some really cool stuff, and pretty much share the story of how he got into this, how this whole entire platform and app got created, how people are using it, and making tons of money with influencer marketing. So
Yeah.
let us hear it.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, we started with a cosmetic brand ourselves that we ran for like 10 years. And then
Awesome.
after I mean, it's completely built with influencer marketing, but both like paid campaigns and gifting campaigns. So
Awesome.
after I would say like 4 years, then we started like building on CollabFlow. Yeah. So basically, we kind of solved our own problems to basically handle campaigns at a larger scale.
Okay, awesome. So what you did was you started a brand and you decided to go the influencer marketing route where you were kind of paying influencers to do promotions and also gifting them, right?
Yeah.
So do you want to explain for everybody watching, if they don't know exactly what influencer marketing is, how it works and how it usually works and stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you basically reach out to influencers that fit your brand, and either you like negotiate a price with them. I don't really advise to negotiate, because if you tell them like what's your price, they tell you an inflated price pretty much. So what we typically do is that we just tell influencers that we want to pay. Hey, we want to pay you, let's say, $100. Then they can either accept it or decline it. But if you do that at scale, you can find a lot of influencers that accept an offer that is not that expensive. But
Right.
I mean, I prefer to do gifting campaigns because that's more authentic.
Right. Why don't you explain gifting campaigns a little bit so in case people don't know what this means?
Yeah. So basically, what you do is you contact, let's say, 100 creators. Okay. You tell them like, I want to give a product to you, and in exchange, we want you to post about it, right?
Right.
So then, let's say if you reach out to 100 people, maybe 20% will say yes of those. So
Right. Right.
then you have 20 creators that are interested, right?
Right. So with like this, with your platform, with CollabFlow, pretty much you can do this at scale and really quick, right? Because manually looking for influencers in a specific niche and trying to create a list and probably doubling up on that list and not knowing who you contacted, who you didn't, having to contact them all manually to see if
Mhm.
they're even interested.
Mhm.
With your platform, pretty much you just do this in bulk. So like if you have a
Yeah.
pet store, you would look for influencers in the pet niche and it will just show you all the Instagram influencers and in detail. So like how much engagement they have, right? Like what are the other really cool features you guys have in the platform? You can kind of
I would say like to succeed with influence marketing, you need to first of all get creators to respond to your emails,
right,
because if they don't respond, it's kind of pointless. Thing is, like, a lot of brands just randomly reach out to creators and believe that they're going to respond to like a random message. But the way our platform works is that you can create like you can combine two keywords. So one example would be like, let's say you're like a cosmetic brand that target women over 40, for example. Then you can basically add the tag over 40 and, let's say, skincare. And then you can see which creators are over 40 that are interested in skincare. The benefit with that is that then you can target them with an email that says, hey, I see you're over 40 and you're interested in skincare. We have products, you know, that does just that. Yeah.
right. And another like super cool thing about your platform is when you search these influencers, you can actually gather their email addresses to
Yeah.
email them right within the platform.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
So instead of having to go to each social media page and to each influencer's profile and look for their information, look for their email address, you can actually just get all the email addresses right away. So you can just bulk email all of these people relatively fast, because as you were saying before, you can reach out to 1,000 influencers, but that doesn't mean that 1,000 influencers are going to actually answer you.
Exactly.
So it can be a very long and lengthy process. And with your platform, it's super quick and super easy, right?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, definitely. So you have the research part that I just described. Then what you do is you put them into a list. So let's say you have like, you pick out a certain group of traders. Like I said, you can add like 100 of those into a list. And then you add them to a outreach sequence, which automatically just reach out to them. So you can decide how many emails going out per day. So you can kind of like measure how many incoming collabs you get, right? But then those are kind of autopilot. These emails get sent out, every day. And then you basically, when people respond, you also have a campaign feature. So you can basically automate product sendouts to these people as well.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Yeah, we have a lot of upcoming features that are coming this year, which will make it even better. But I would say, like, as of now, the strength in our platform is to quickly find creators and to email them in bulk.
Right. And you can email them right through the platform. So you don't even have to go out to do this.
Yeah, exactly. You can connect like 10 email accounts. So, if you want to go for volume, we have a lot of like clients of us that basically do volume, that onboard, but they do affiliate marketing. So what they do is basically they directly sign people up for an affiliate program, which I personally don't really recommend, because then you don't know if like people actually like the product or not. They need to try it first and then they can post about it. That's what I recommend.
Right. You like gifting.
Yeah, gifting or even seeding. So there's two different ways of gifting a product. So seeding is where you basically send product out without kind of like forcing people to post about it. So you basically tell them like, we want to give you a product, we think you're a good fit, and then it's a non-strings attached thing. So don't feel forced to write about it. That's between the lines. You don't actually say that.
Right.
But then what you do to get people to actually post about it is just constantly follow up.
Right. And influencer marketing is pretty much super hot. Besides paying ads for your stores, your dropshipping stores, your brand, influencer marketing is super profitable, right? Because you have the perfect audience already. So like if you have like what you're talking about, a beauty brand, and you know that this beauty influencer is highly liked, highly engaged audience, and they trust her already, or him, they make one post and there you're showing your brand to, thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of people in one shot. So, I mean, super, super cool thing to get into if you have never tried it yet.
Yeah.
Something else super cool I found about your platform was that you can search by hashtag. So that was extremely useful for me. And I'm sure that's extremely useful for a lot of people, right? Because you kind of know which hashtags you normally want to target. And this way you can actually look up influencers that use these hashtags. So that's cool feature that you have going.
You can even combine like bio search, like searching in people's bios plus hashtags. And then you can make it like super targeted, So another thing that we recommend is to basically go for volume, because volume negates luck. Like if you just reach out to, if you look at like most brands, they say that influence marketing doesn't work. But then if you look at what they've done, they haven't partnered with more than like 50 people.
Right.
And then like 50 people, you can't like get any data from that. I mean, like you need to partner with hundreds of creators to find the winners.
Right. Yeah, it averages out. Some will win, some will lose, some will. Right. Absolutely agree.
Since I assume that you're going to share this to dropshipping people.
Right. Well, that's what I have, right?
And I assume that a lot of these, every one of these people run paid social ads.
Absolutely.
So
Right,
But
almost
if you look,
everybody, right?
if you look,
Almost everybody in the drop shipping industry and the people that have drop shipping stores are marketing through paid advertising, right? Let it be Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok. I mean, of course, there's always organic TikTok and SEO and stuff like that. But for good and faster results, usually you're going to use paid advertising, and influencer marketing is definitely a good alternative. And if not an alternative, good to do even at the same time as paid ads and of course organic, right? You want to use a lot of different methods to get traffic and brand exposure to get those sales, right? And then you just kind of double down on what's working for you. So
yeah, definitely. Like, so if you don't do paid social, you kind of like missing, like, I would say 70% of the value, because you get content from these creators. And if you like compare like this content, let's say you do like a seeding campaign where people actually, only the people that actually love the product and the brand post about it, then it's way more authentic than if you like pay a person up front to post about something. You have a lot of like UGC content these days that are super staged. It's basically people telling them, hey, say exactly this and record it for us.
right.
But people are getting smart. People can see through this stuff. So by doing like influencer seeding, then you can assure that the people who actually post about it are people who are, actually like the product. Because
So what would you recommend for like an influencer seeding campaign, like what you're talking about? What would you recommend, like number wise? How many products, give to how many influencers for free, and stuff like that? Like what have you found to be like most effective and financially beneficial for the brand owners?
it depends on your like budget, of course, right? But I would advise to maybe like gift, let's say 50 to 100 products a month, and then basically see what, I mean, at least. Because if you look at the numbers, if you see the product, then let's say you contact 1,000 people, okay, 200 of those gonna opt in for this campaign. Then, like, since you do seeding and you don't force people to actually post about it, about 30% of those who opt in actually post, which is then 60 people or so that actually post.
Right, that's great.
Yeah, but then you have like 60. It's not even 60 because people post. You get maybe like 2.5 content pieces per creator. So you can like calculate that. You get a shit ton of content each month. And then you can use that in your paid social to basically create winning ads. So I think it's extremely synergetic when it comes to drop shipping and e-commerce in general.
Right, absolutely. So now, just to touch on kind of what you're talking about a little bit. So when you say you're going to use this for your paid advertising, so you would pretty much need approval from the influencers to use their user-generated content, correct?
Definitely, yeah. So the way it works is that if you do a seeding campaign, like I explained, then about 80% of the people that you actually reach, that actually post, maybe even 90%, depending, they accept you to use the content for ads. If you send them a good email, and I can help you phrase those emails so you get a better response. Yeah.
Nice. That's great. So you guys remember what he just said, because he just offered to help anybody that wants.
No, but definitely
with their influencer content emails and stuff like that. So that's
be honest,
awesome.
I think it's like fun to do, So, and I'll share, like, I can share some templates that everyone can use.
Awesome. That would be great. Yeah. Cool, man. So CollabFlow. So tell me, so like what originally happened was you had your brand and you were kind of spending a lot of time doing influencer outreach and kind of looking for the right influencers and doing a lot of manual work. And you kind of just decided, like, you know what, this is ridiculous. It's taking super long. And you're getting a very few amount of people. And you started thinking, how can I do this in bulk? And you kind of just sprung this idea, like, you know what, I'm going to create a whole entire influencer marketing platform where you can search Instagram influencers and just find everybody that you want, which is like great. And then the email that you can like email people right from the platform and like in bulk is amazing. You don't have to use, a special email service or anything like that. You can literally do it right from the platform.
Yeah, definitely. You connect your own email addresses, and then you basically send from there. But like looking back at the why we actually did this from the beginning. So we did a lot of like paid partnerships in the beginning. We hardly did any like gifting campaigns at all, But then we saw like prices started going up. So a lot of like influencers were like charging more, but they were also like promoting more, So if you promote more and charge more, the results goes down, So then we started like gifting campaigns, and we saw that, holy shit, we can actually exchange a product to an Instagram story or like an Instagram reel, right? So then we also started like onboarding these people into an affiliate program. And then we had like, the return on investment on those campaigns were crazy. We had basically like people that with a pure gifting campaign, where they wasn't even signed onto an affiliate program, you can send a product out that costs us, let's say like $20-30,
Right.
and they could sell for like hundreds, even thousands,
Right.
So, but then obviously like you want to reward creators. You don't want just to maybe just send them products unless they're like hardcore fans, you know what I mean?
Right.
Then we onboarded them into like an affiliate program, but we had like traders that they generated like tens of thousands in revenue over the lifetime. Obviously, this was years, right?
Right.
But still, it's like, and then we got content that we could use for our ads. So it was,
Amazing.
That's a reason why we actually started this software, because we know the value of it, and
absolutely.
it will just continue in the next like decade. You got to be smarter though. You got to be know how to, which creators to target and like how to, send emails to them. But as long as you always like evolve, then you can stay on top of things.
Right. And and you get a lot of help in the platform, right? So you don't have to actually manually search them, and you just offer to help everybody that wants with their emails.
Exactly. But also like you do a lot of like testing, when you do like Facebook ads, you do creative testing, right?
Yeah.
Influence marketing is the same thing. You put different creators into buckets, you test which type of creators do well, and then you can kind of like select you can find out what works best and double down on that.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of people, we're always talking like, I'll talk to people all the time, like, I'm getting like this much in sales, and like, but I need more. How do I get more? And my first question is always, well, how did you get the first ones? Because you just need to do more of that. Like once you figure out what's working for you, like stick to it and just keep doing it and go harder and go harder. I'm not saying don't try more stuff, but if you're trying like different marketing methods and one of them is working for you, and you see that it's working, just go harder at it. You know what I mean? And that's how you scale it. You just have to do more of what you're doing, be consistent with it, boost it. But so now your focus is pretty much fully on the platform. And I heard you have some really cool features coming out. I heard from a little bird. So you want to tell us about those features?
Definitely. So this spring we're launching the the Shopify plugin and the WooCommerce plugin. So those are two things. We don't yet have like content tracking that save the content, but that's also coming. It's set to be released in April or May, but that will also allow you to basically automatically save every content in the campaign. So let's say you like partner with like 100 creators. You don't want to manually sit and like download those stories. It's like impossible to do. So what our software does is that it basically track those creators every on a 24-hour basis, and basically download the content. So you can basically also like upload it into your like Dropbox or whatever you're using.
Great. And you also have plans to move out of Instagram, or are you going to keep it just kind of Instagram strong?
Instagram is really the core influence marketing platform. It's way more predictable than TikTok, but we're also looking at adding TikTok this summer. We're looking at starting to develop that this summer, and then now it's a little bit talks about banning TikTok, United States.
Right.
Where we don't want to like overinvest if that happens, But
Right. Yep. You got to be careful. Mhm.
yeah. But yeah, we're set to do that, launch that feature at least.
Great.
But
Yeah.
I
So,
mean, the whole like the platform is, I mean, the mission behind it is to create an end-to-end influencer marketing platform where you can basically find influencers, you can reach out to them, you can create campaigns with them, you can then onboard them into an affiliate program, whether that is
track the
like
content and save the content in
track,
one place. That's really important too. Yeah.
yeah, and you
You
have an
don't have to
overview.
manually keep up with that. Just kind of automate everything. Yep.
Yeah, you have an overview of the sales and the engagement as well. But also like we're planning out an affiliate program within the software too. So instead of like having to pay for like other expensive affiliate programs, you'll have everything in our software. That's coming though later this year.
Okay. So Johan, tell me, since we have mostly drop shippers probably watching this, what kind of drop shippers does this work best for?
Yeah, so I mean the drop shippers that cares about building a brand and having unique products. And I would say like if the product cost is like too high, they might not want to gift the product that cost like, I don't know. Like,
Right. So it's not exactly great for high ticket drop shippers per se, but more for kind of regular scene, like, normal drop shippers.
yeah. And then the way you can like make your results better is that you can have a unboxing experience, right?
Right. Yeah, definitely. Unboxing is super cool.
Unboxing experience, and then do a maybe handwritten note, something like this. This can also like be automated these days. If you have like a fulfillment partner that can do this for you. Also, like a video message is very good, like a personal video message. So if you have like a person that is managing your customer support, or maybe someone who does your socials, then that person could record a personal video to the influencers.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I've actually used that personally for myself before, that approach, and like
Mm.
DMs and stuff, like an actual
Mm.
video message talking to people.
Yeah.
Even voice messages work well.
Yeah, for sure. Anything
Probably
personal.
video is the best. And I whenever I get a like a DM like that, like a cold DM, and it's somebody on video talking to me, I'm always like intrigued by it. I'm like, oh, that's great. I really like this. It's much better than a text, kind of what you get from everybody. You kind of get like to see the person's face, see who they are. It builds some trust behind that brand. So yeah, I definitely love that idea.
Yeah.
So tell me, where can people find more information about your platform? Of course, I'm going to drop the link in the description of the video and in the comments. But if they want to go a little bit more into depth on learning about CollabFlow and everything that they can get in there, do influencer marketing easily, why don't you tell us a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, you can visit like collabflow.ai, and there we have like a promo video that talks a little bit more about the product. But then I also have like a YouTube video we can share in the description where people can actually see the features of the product.
Awesome.
You can see the
Awesome.
user interface and basically how it works.
Okay, great. I love that. Okay.
Yeah, we also have like a 10-day free trial. So if you guys want to try it out, just feel free to sign up. You add your credit card, but you're not going to be charged until 10 days later.
Great. That's great. Yep. So this way they can see how they like it. Nice and easy.
Yeah.
All right.
Also,
well, thank you. Go ahead.
Also, like the last thing, like if you want some like strategy, talk about strategy, need help with something, you can just reach out to me on johan@collabflow.ai.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing the video, kind of telling us a little bit about influencer marketing and your platform. And if anybody has questions, feel free to drop them in the comment or check out the website, send Johan an email, and he will be happy to help you.
Definitely.